Up next, the newest member of the Pac-12 family, Arizona State head coach Bobby Hurley and senior guard Gerry Blakes. And we'll go ahead and have Coach make an opening statement, and then we'll go ahead and take questions.
It's been a pretty smooth transition for me, and guys like Gerry Blakes have made it that way, and I've enjoyed my first several months on the job and working with the guys and what we're starting to build, and had a great 2 weeks of practice. I think we've put a lot in, and we're this time of the year, and I'm excited about the season, just with so many veteran players returning from a team that got to the NIT last year, to have four starters back, and then having added some guys that we feel great about. I feel good about what we're starting to build at Arizona State.
I will go ahead and take questions. Right here in the middle, second row.
Coach Myron Metcalf, ESPN. Why was Arizona State the right move for you in your career?
I respect the conference, and having been a player and played at a high level, and to be in a league that has had the tradition that the league has, and the ability to send multiple teams to the tournament every year was something that really factored into my decision. And I knew I was returning a really good team at Buffalo, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity. Beyond the conference, I think Phoenix is an unbelievable city, and it's great what we can sell to recruits and trying to attract talent. And then the commitment is there from the administration I was looking for. The facilities are there. I had a chance to practice at ASU last year when I was with Buffalo playing against Grand Canyon, and saw our practice facility and was just blown away by it, and what that would be like for a guy to want to work on. So it had everything that I was kind of looking for.
Second row, far right.
Hi, Kevin Dan from Pac-12.com. Coach, usually first year of taking over a program is about kind of establishing your identity, but how much of a chance do you feel that you guys have to win now, returning so many starters and having a team that really performed pretty well at the end of the last season?
I like the players I'm working with. We're not super deep. We have 9 guys available. So, that being said, I have a lot of confidence in what I'm seeing from all 9 of those players, and I think a key for us will be staying healthy, obviously, and so far we've been able to do that, and going through the grind of some really tough long practices. So that'll be a key thing. But you want to gain traction. You want to create an expectation of winning at a high level as soon as possible. And there are guys that have the urgency in the program that want to see that happen right now, like the guy sitting to my right, and several other veteran players that want to experience the NCAA tournament. And that's what we have our sights set on right now.
Fourth row, far left.
Coach, welcome to the conference and to the desert. Gerry, I want you to share what it's like to play under somebody with such an amazing resume like Coach Hurley.
It's definitely a blessing to have Coach Hurley as our coach, being that as a basketball player, you want the knowledge of someone that's done it before you, or that has a winning resume and a winning, basically, lifestyle. Everything he's done as a player has been winning, and that's what I want to do. So I'm like a sponge. I just take all the knowledge I can.
First.
Yeah, Gerry, can you talk about just kind of how the team's picking up the new system, what you've seen through a couple weeks, and like Coach said, being a senior with the new coach, there's kind of an urgency that maybe to try to win right away?
For me, being a senior, the urgency is definitely there, and the urgency is here with my coach, and I just try to echo some of the things that he says to our players and try to emphasize some of the same things, and also put myself in a position to help our team and be that coach on the court, because someone has to establish that with him being a new guy here, and I wanted to be that.
Second row on the far right.
Kyle Goon, Salt Lake Tribune. I was wondering, Bobby, is there a situation where you use some of your Duke connections to maybe bring in some people to practice or to the program and kind of maybe make those connections to the current ASU team?
I'm sorry, could you when you say bring people into practice, I didn't.
Like, is Christian Leitner going to come to an ASU practice?
Well, we haven't gotten that far along with Christian making a trip. Grant Hill was in town. His wife was performing in Phoenix, and he stopped by the practice facility, so it was great seeing him. And he shared a few thoughts with the players. Which is invaluable. A guy that's accomplished what he's accomplished in the game and really would be successful in almost anything he would do. So any chance you have to take advantage of those things, we'd be definitely interested in doing that.
Right here in the middle, second row.
At Arizona, Sean Miller obviously has had a lot of success recruiting a lot of kids in this state. How important will that be for you? You look at a lot of kids in this part of the country, as you establish your recruiting pipeline.
Yeah, I mean, we want guys in the program from California to be successful, and hopefully Gerry is trending to have a great season. He's from California. We want to. It's obviously important to us, and we're going to take a national approach to recruiting and be strategic in terms of our relationships and how we could continue to bring the
First row, right in the middle.
Gerry, first of all, has the coach made major changes in what you do offensively and defensively from what you've been doing there before? And Coach Hurley, have you done that, and what have you seen in terms of things that can carry over?
You want to go first? You got it. All right. I mean, the system's different. Every coach, there are philosophical differences. I think maybe our plays tend to be more quick hitting, which what was the system that we had in Buffalo. I think it favors the shot clock with the change there. Defensively, I fairly blue collar in my background, so I'm asking the guys to defend at a high level. I think they've been very easy to coach, and that means that Coach Sendek recruited guys with good character and worked hard, and I didn't have to dramatically change the culture. It's just maybe just a difference of the type of offense we're running, or what I might be asking defensively, and Gerry could comment on that more because he was here last year and now this year. So.
Things have definitely changed, but I've had the pleasure of working with Coach Sendek. He's a great coach, and now I have Coach Hurley. Defensively is defense is our biggest thing that we're emphasized by him. He wants us to get after it and push the ball on offense. And our recent motto I heard from him was, we can't be an up-tempo team by taking the ball out the net. So that means get stops and get to running. So I think that's a big one for us. And in practice, we do a lot of defensive drills. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Got time for one more question. Fourth row on the left.
Coach, your counterpart, Charlie Turner-Thorne, is just coming off a trip to the Sweet 16, and you're the 5th men's head coach that she's had to indoctrinate into the Tempe way during her 29 years. What's the best piece of advice that she's given you so far?
I mean, I haven't really talked with Charlie in long detail about advice she would give me necessarily. I think we've had a nice transition. She's made it easy, very welcoming to me in the office area, and has offered her services with my son for potential AAU team, which was terrific. But I certainly respect what she's accomplished, and to bring a team to a Sweet 16 is a fantastic accomplishment, and look forward to working with her and elevating the program where she's gotten the women's program too.